Friends, stop for a moment and ask yourself, have you ever felt like your problems are just too big to handle? Like no matter what you do, life keeps piling more on you? Well, today, I'm going to tell you a story about a boy named Rohan. And by the end, you'll see a simple truth. Most problems in life are smaller than we think, and their solutions are often right in front of us. So sit back, breathe deeply, and let this story sink in. Once, in a quiet village surrounded by golden fields and green hills, there lived a boy named Rohan. Rohan was bright, clever, and full of curiosity. But he had a problem. He worried too much. If the sun was too hot, he would groan. How can anyone work in this heat? If his teacher gave homework, he would complain. This is impossible. Why me? And when his mother asked for help around the house, he would mutter, why is everything so hard for me? Day by day, Rohan's complaints grew louder. And slowly, people began to avoid him. Because no one likes being around someone who only sees problems. One evening, Rohan's father noticed his son's endless sighs. He called Rohan and said kindly, "Come with me. I want to show you something important." They walked through the fields, past the small farms, and finally reached a quiet pond at the edge of the village. The water was still, reflecting the orange sunset. Rohan's father picked up a handful of salt and handed it to him. "Throw this into the pond," he said. Rohan did as he was told. The salt disappeared into the still water. "Now taste the water," said his father. Rohan bent down and drank a little. He immediately spat it out. "It's so bitter," he exclaimed. His father smiled and nodded. Then, taking another handful of salt, he led Rohan to the wide, flowing river nearby. "Now throw it here," he said. Rohan tossed the salt into the river. The current carried it away instantly. "Now taste this water too," said his father. Rohan cupped his hands, drank, and looked up in surprise. "It's fresh. I can't taste the salt at all." His father placed a hand on his shoulder and said softly, "Rohan, life's problems are like this salt. Their amount never changes, but how much they affect you depends on the size of your heart. If your heart is small like the pond, every problem will make your life bitter. But if your heart is wide like the river, you will hardly taste the bitterness at all." That night, Rohan lay in bed thinking about the pond and the river. He whispered to himself, "If I stay like the pond, I'll keep suffering. But if I become like the river, I can handle anything." The next morning, Rohan decided to change, little by little. When his teacher gave him extra homework, he smiled and said, "This is my chance to get better." When his mother asked him to carry buckets of water, he thought, "This will make me stronger." Even when the sun blazed on his back, he whispered, "This is just another test. I can face it." At first, it wasn't easy. Old habits of complaining tried to pull him back. But every time he remembered his father's words, "Be the river," he pushed forward. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. And slowly, something amazing happened. Rohan changed. He smiled more. He listened more. He stopped drowning in small problems and started flowing through them. People noticed. His teacher praised him. His friends wanted to spend time with him again. And his parents saw peace in his eyes that they hadn't seen before. One evening, Rohan sat by the river. He watched the water flow, carrying leaves, stones, and twigs effortlessly. The river never stopped. It never worried. It just flowed. Rohan smiled and whispered, "Every problem in life has a simple solution. It's not about removing the salt. It's about becoming the river." Friends, listen carefully. Life will always bring challenges. Some days will feel heavy, some nights will feel endless. But the answer is not to complain. The answer is not to run away. The answer is to grow bigger, to open your heart wider. Because problems don't shrink, we do. And when we grow, every problem becomes smaller. So next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, am I being the pond or am I being the river? Start today, friends. Don't wait for life to get easier. Become stronger, calmer, and wider in heart. If this story touched your heart, hit like, share it with someone who needs hope, and comment below. I will be the river. Subscribe for more stories that can change the way you see life.